Good morning.
Good morning. Tired this morning.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
With
Those dogs.
my diaper toga. Someone yesterday thought, because the camera kind of went down, and said, "Oh, is he wearing a diaper?" I'm not there yet. But this is my sleep shirt, by the way. This week, it's what we're wearing the same thing at night. But you guys saw we put out the Wellhouse video. Overall, really good response. We're happy with that. The big question I think we got was why we didn't insulate it. Honestly, we don't need to. We're not going to. We didn't even insulate the last water well. And it's just a waste of time and money, and we're all about just getting things done.
Yep.
We're just not finished yet.
No, so we are going to insulate it.
We are going to insulate it. It's just, I personally don't know what this well company's going to do. So, yes, we could insulate it. We could do whatever. But I just figured I'm going to let them do their thing, and then we'll work around what they're doing. Because if we do insulation, especially spray foam and stuff, Home Depot might have it, I guess, but you can order online and you can get better stuff.
Yeah, remember we saw the stuff that Jared used at Lowe's?
But I don't remember if that was just the, because Jared got two of them, I think, or maybe he just got the one, I guess, but, and then got Amazon. Did he get one from Lowe's first?
No, I think he ordered it on Amazon, and then when we went to Lowe's, we were like, hey, that's what Jared has.
But I do know that Jared had, it was more of a, I forgot what they called it. Ours was more of like the insulation, where it was like supposed to be wide, and his was more of like for cracks. Not that it doesn't foam up, it's just like the nozzles and stuff. So I remember his didn't foam up as much as ours whenever we did it. So, which on that Wellhouse really wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
You can get it done. But we just want those people, the well people, to come back, put the pressure tank in, and do it, rather than be like, okay, we gotta wait, we gotta go find some insulation, do it. We could easily spray foam it. We could easily take the little cans of spray foam and do all the cracks, the edges and everything, and then put the panels of foam in there. We could do all sorts of different things depending on what. But the main thing is we want water. And so we got the Wellhouse done, and then, because they even said they didn't need the Wellhouse completed, and they come do it. And we talked about it, and we're like, well, what if we just call them?
Yeah, I was like, call them now.
Call them now. And then I was like, well, I don't want to have to work around them. And for me, I wanted to finish that for the video and just be done with it, move on to the next thing. And then when we get it completed, just come back and insulate it and be done.
Fast.
Yeah.
So we are doing spray foam.
Maybe.
Possibly.
It depends. What we could find, how they set up everything. They shouldn't be putting anything against the wall unless we got the filtration, which we're not getting that right now. But I did look online. Luckily, we are fortunate enough we get emails and stuff from companies, and they have offered in the past for like filtration system and stuff, but we weren't ever really ready or at the point to get something like that to do.
Which they tested our water and again said we didn't need to filter it. It's
Well,
just hard, so
we didn't need like for the chemicals.
Yeah, but a water softener.
Yeah,
they recommended.
And then I was looking on, Amazon, just looking at different things, and you can get them where it kind of gets like the sediment that's up that's in your water, stuff like that. So there's certain things that, we'll still do, but knowing how much room we have after they put the pressure tank in and all that, then we know, okay, where to spray foam, how to spray foam it, or do we need to put the other foam or whatever. Then we would know what size filtration, where we could put it. They make them that go just in your house. We don't really need to filter our water for the animals, all of that type of stuff. So we may eventually put like a small filter in the well house and then a small filter in the house. That way it'll kind of get a little bit of the stuff out, but it doesn't matter like over the top, and then you hit it again with the filter in the house, and it's not going to hurt you to filter it twice and try to get the sediment out, just little things like that. And then someone said, I could be wrong, this was back a little bit, that maybe their son or someone like that worked for a water well company, and that he told them just have a tank where the water goes into that, fills the tank, and then all your sediment and all that, it's going to go to the bottom, and then you're not, just don't take the water straight from the bottom.
Yeah.
You just take it from a little bit higher, and then that's what's coming out to everything else. So you would need some type of like drain, or, at some point get in there and like suck it out, clean it out, but that's a really good idea, and we have 2 big water tanks and can easily get more. So,
and then just to have like a float on it,
yeah,
to where that's always full would be nice.
Yeah, and then you're not really running your pump as much unless you're filling up something big, run it for a long time. You have different options, and then again, if something were to happen and we lose power or whatever, we would still have water, as backup, because there's nothing worse than like your power going out, being a bad storm or whatever, which luckily we got generators and stuff like that, but you want to make sure your animals are going to have water.
Which, whenever we were looking at the wires and stuff, gonna run it and everything, we were so excited for a second, thinking it was not a 240 or whatever.
Yeah, 120.
Thinking it was like a smaller voltage, because we'd be like, a use for all of the million solar things that we have.
Yeah.
And that made me feel good, but no, I guess it's not.
Yeah, we would need to double up. So the big power bank we have, you can buy another thing, and then you hook them together and make 240. That's always possible if that's what we decide to do. But for now, if power goes out, we would need a tank of water already, or the generators, which luckily our generator you can run for quite a while to really get water. So let's say power goes out, we have a bad storm or whatever for a while, we can always run the generator, fill the big tank up, cut the generator off, and you could do that fairly quickly. It took us
30 minutes,
I think an hour to fill it all the way. It would have been 30 minutes if we had a thicker pipe, but we can always have it like that, where it is a 1-inch pipe into it, and then, so it really depends, but it wouldn't take long to fill it up, is what I'm getting at, because you can run that generator for probably 8 hours on a tank of gas, so you can fill up quite a bit of water.
We've done some experiments.
Right. We've done it at a time or 7 million. So I don't know, that's where we're at with the Wellhouse. I know other people are saying as well that concrete grabs moisture. We should have put a barrier underneath. Honestly, that 100% slipped my mind. But I think we'll be okay for a good while, and we can do what we need to do to it. All we have to do really is unbolt those anchors, jack it up just a little bit, put the seal stuff down, and then drop it, and then tighten it back up, and it'll be all right. That honestly just completely slipped my mind. But
and then another thing, while building the what is that called? Wellhouse, was that stain.
Do you want to talk about that?
Huh?
Do you want to talk about that, or is that going to be on the Crocker Life?
What are you saying? It doesn't matter.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so we already talked about it on the video in general. Just say, it blew my mind a little bit that it was the lightest stain.
We talked about it on video?
Yeah.
What video?
I thought we said something about crackers.
I don't think so.
We said the color isn't really what we wanted, but...
Did we? I don't think we did.
I don't know. I could have sworn.
I don't think we did.
Well, anyway.
We could have, but I don't remember. I'm the one that edited, and I don't remember hearing that, but... We've talked about it enough times.
Yeah. But, so it's not the look we were going for, but it still looks good.
Yeah, so it came out a lot darker than expected. I specifically bought the oak color because we've used it before, and I've used it a million times over the years of doing woodworking and stuff, and it hardly changes the color. And I don't know why, but I guess this batch around was dark. And yes, our problem, our mistake, we should have done a sample. But we just, I guess, I don't know, not jumped the gun or not rushed it or anything.
We were a little rushed.
But, I mean, we could have not.
Yeah, I go, should we sample this? Before we put it on, and it was like, that'll be good, and then do it, and it was like, oh, geez.
Because I truly had used it before, and I was just like, all right, whatever, it's not bad. And then she kept saying, this is going to be a lot different than we thought. This is going to be a lot. And I'm like, okay, I get it, it's dark, all right.
I was just like mind blown, because I thought it was going to be like, the color on the can made it look like it was like a color of a cracker.
Yeah, you know? Kind of.
So, but it did turn out good.
Yeah, it's just not what we were going for. Yeah. And everything we do here, we want it to kind of match. And now we'll have to tweak things if we want everything to match 100%. Which, we've talked about it, and it's okay if it doesn't match 100% because the Wellhouse is its own thing. Yeah. And it can stand out, and it can be a little different. And at the end of the day, if there was no porch on it, it would just be a privacy fence. Yeah. We built it 100% like a privacy fence.
Yeah, I love the little side porch deck thing idea. It really makes a huge difference.
I don't even know who thought of that, to be honest. Oh, I was going to say, I don't remember. Well, I remember there's been so many comments and us talking, but...
That was a good idea you had.
Well, but we were just like, we should... I'm trying to think. We wanted it to look cool. We didn't want it to look just basic. And then I think a viewer or something like that said you should turn it into like a shed and make it big. And we're like, well, we don't want it huge.
Yeah, it's like, but how do we purpose?
Yeah, how do we utilize this so it's not just one thing and it makes it look a little different? And I was just like, why not wood storage? And then as we were kind of doing it, we're like, well, then we could put our tools right here, like garden tools. The garden's gonna be right there. And then we were like, well, if that's the case, everything we do is we're always catching water. Just put a little gutter on the back and put a little barrel, and you can find rain barrels that just look like old like whiskey barrels and stuff. So that would match, and then that would be extra water. And then it's like it's not a big deal to water a garden or whatever, but just to be able to like dip a canister in that and then just go water, and it's just free water. Like, why not? And rainwater is going to be, well, I guess we get really good water too, straight from the earth, and not a bunch of chemicals pumped into it like all the other water from the city and stuff. But if you just,
there are a bunch of chemtrails over this area, baby.
It's not what I'm talking about.
Well, you said a rainwater.
Yeah, but it would be not as bad. From the earth is better, I guess. It filtered through the dinosaurs and whatnot. No. But getting it and just watering little things is something easy. It could even be something that as simple as it does that, but it keeps a bowl full of water for the dogs, or whatever. It just to have it and make something that has multiple uses is what we're getting.
Yeah, and also I think it's, I don't know, good to catch rain off of every roof, no matter how small.
I think the only roof we probably won't catch rain
is the grain bin.
Yeah, because then
the gutters would be weird.
Yeah, so that would probably be our only thing, unless we got super creative, which you always could, and it comes off because it's got the two sides.
Yeah.
I love coming up with creative things. And then it goes down by the grain bin, right? Mm-hmm. Up against it, and it goes through the deck, and then we have tanks underneath the deck. Ooh. And it's hidden water, so then when the world ends, they can't find it. Because they'd be like, they probably ain't got water under that deck.
Little do they know, we had a bunch of water under the deck.
And then now y'all know when y'all are going to come try to steal it from us. I don't know what we'll do, to be honest, but you would still want rain catchment. That way, whenever it is coming off the roof, every time it rains, which, again, it's going to do the same thing off the grain bin itself, so it's not a big deal, but you don't constantly want water to smack in your deck, and then you'll start seeing the color of the deck change. It's like whenever you see people put sprinklers on a fence, and they only do the sprinklers every now and again, but it like completely takes the stain away. So True. All the water around the deck off the grain bin will be hitting, and then around the roof, you don't want it to look. But something that we've talked about is we will really want to keep up with the maintenance on the deck. Mm-hmm. We will want to periodically stain it and seal it over the years and try to make it last the longest, rather than it's treated lumber, cool. Now it's dried out, cool. Now we're going to stain it and seal it, cool. A year from now, another year. I would rather every year redo it and make it last longer than just to let it be and not do it. So, I don't know. That's kind of where we're at.
They said we don't keep up with things.
Well, we haven't done it yet, but...
Someday.
Maintenance is going on in our head. Yeah. We're thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about maintenance.
No, of us thinking about doing maintenance. Okay. At least it's there. It's where it starts.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hopefully getting the metal for the barn very, very soon. Finish that. Working on the grain bin. Finish the Wellhouse. So we'll
going live tonight.
Yeah, we're going live tonight. Depending on the weather, it's been a little windy and a little crazy. Mm-hmm. Try to go live outside and do that, but I don't know.
Then a video tomorrow, and then a video the next day.
Yep. I don't know if you guys are going to be enjoying the daily vlogs. A lot of people said, yes, do it. So, we're going to be worn out doing daily vlogs, so I don't know how long we'll do it. Yeah. And I literally told myself this yesterday. I'm like, this is going to be a lot. Like, it's a lot of work. And I was like, how in the world did I daily vlog for so long?
Once you just get in the groove of it,
yeah,
then it's not bad. But it's also the fact that we have a million other channels that we're doing too.
Well, yeah. But it's like, man, it's a lot of work. Any channel out there that daily vlogs and puts a lot of effort into their videos, especially if they're like building or doing some like labor, God, I don't think people understand. I have nothing but respect for... I mean, we dropped down to 1 day a week at one point, then maybe 2 days a week and 3 days, and then now we're going to do 5 days, Monday to Friday. And I know people are saying, they just don't do it. It's a personal goal of mine, just to push myself and do stuff. But y'all need to really understand how much goes into this. It's a lot. And I Mr. Narcissist over here, I have a lot of respect for myself for doing 365 videos in a row. Because, holy cow, I mean, it's from the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep. And you're working and editing. And you're again, eating lunch. We're editing the videos. Yeah,
it's different than for a while there, we did Crocker Life every single day.
Yeah.
But that's not. First, it's different editing, which
Yeah,
is hardly any.
Yeah.
It's just put together.
Raw.
The clips are just put together, and the videos are just kind of like everyday stuff.
It's not really building. It's more just behind the scenes.
Yeah, so doing that every day for a while, that's no problem.
Yeah.
But Crocker stuff.
Doing physical labor and building and running to get supplies and coming back trying to finish the project stuff. It's a lot of work. And I literally was just like, holy cow. Like, I forgot the grind of it. But that's a good thing because we're real big on just get it done. Just whatever it takes, just get it done. And we have a lot of stuff that needs to get done. And, you know, just we're going to do what we can and push ourselves. And
yeah, it's like that first little bit's always hard. Like, I remember when I used to always work overtime at the hospital. There'd be months, literally, because I would always sign up for overtime in months in advance, so I had no way to get out of it. You just commit to it and you go. And so there'd be months of me working literally 5 days a week, and then I'd never had more than 2 days off in a row.
For everyone out there being like, everyone works Monday through Friday, but they're not working 13 hours.
Yeah, very laborious, hard job. There's jobs like that too.
Well, anyone that works a job like that understands.
Yeah, but it's the first little bit just it's like, oh, this is awful. Why did I do this? But then once you get in the groove, that's just what you're doing.
Yeah,
you just go.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're trying to do is just push ourselves to stay on that tight schedule.